Hey y'all, welcome back. Do y'all want me to stop saying welcome back every video? Cause I chill. Like, all right. So I just washed my hair with First Class to Morocco shampoo. You can get that from deeperthanhair.com. And I gave myself a protein treatment with my resurrection mask. My hair has been like going through a lot, and I can't figure out if it's because of my plant-based diet, which I doubt. But my body might have taken a little plummet in protein intake. So I've been upping my protein shake and what I eat for protein. And I'm also about to add vitamin D pills to my my morning routine, just to see what's really going on. So, you can follow me as I work on trying to figure out what's going on with my hair. But because of that, today, you see, I'm gonna put some serum in before I blow dry it. Of course, y'all already know that step if you are a veteran here. And watch me as I get my hair back. But because of all of this, what's happening today is I'm going to give myself a haircut. Now, you guys always ask me to teach you how to trim your hair at home. So if you follow this guideline, it will help. I'm cutting a lot more than you should cut as a trim, but you'll completely understand, how to do it. All right, let's get into it. If you are new here, Her Strands of Hair is always my professional shear of choice. She has different colors like Chili, which is a cute red, Shadow, black, it's like smoke, Majesty, y'all see me use these all the time, Green Orchard, so cute, Dragonstone, it's like mermaid vibes, Timeline, I love those, Tanzanian Sky, which is blue, and Amethyst Ice, purple. So I guess y'all know what I'm choosing. I'm going with the purple. I really kind of wanted to use the silver ones, but whatever. But look at my ends up close. Like, come on. Like, how'd I let it get so bad? And the crazy part is I've had a trim like 3 different times in the last like 3 months. I also said it could be from me going swimming 3 times a week too, but my hair never gets wet. I did have like a little time where I did let my hair get wet, but I don't know. I think it's got to be something that's coming from the inside that's doing this to my hair. But I'm about to get it together. I'm not playing around no more. So the first step is you want to just comb your hair all down to the front. Now, I like to start with blow dried hair, everybody. So I like my hair to be straight. I know some people like diva cuts and curly cuts, but the only way you can truly see your ends is if your hair is at least in the blowed out state. That's the best way to get the best trim. And what you want to do is you want to start with this section right in the front. Some people may call this the bang, like the top of the crown. I'm just trying to use terms that's better for YouTube and not from hair school. And what you want to do is you just want to start looking at your ends and determining how much you want to take off. So right now I'm just pulling my hair to the top, and I realize like a lot's going to have to come off, and I'm okay with that. It's just hair. It is what it is. So now that I've like looked over that, I'm going to go and perfect my section, and I'm going to pull it up. And I'm just going to put it in between my pointer and my middle finger, and I'm going to hold it where I need to cut it, and I'm going to take that off. Guys, this was so hard for me to do this using just the camera. I was like, oh my God, this was a bad idea, but I wanted you guys to get it. Next, I'm going to take a part down the center, and I'm going to take it over to my ear, and I'm going to pull that section up next. Now, how this works is you're going to take the first section that you trimmed, and you're going to line it up with the next one, and you're going to cut it even to match. Boom. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. just match it up with the hair that you cut previously. Again, this is a lot of hair that I'm cutting, guys. You don't have to cut this much. This is more of a cut and not a trim. Now I'm going to take that same section from the beginning, but I am going to take more of the crown out from the very top center of my head with it. I'm going to turn to the side soon so that you can see exactly what portion of the hair that I took out. Okay, see that? I didn't go too far back because I didn't want to touch the hair that I can get from around the bottom. So don't worry about that just yet. I'm just going to go in. I'm going to cut a little more than I cut from the front here because I like to give myself a little layer too, and this will give that effect. Now I'm going to go to the back and just pull from the center, and I'm going to pull my hair to the front. Now on this part, I pressed my hair a little bit on the tips because I wanted it to be super straight because I didn't want any straggly pieces. So those little straighter pieces, because I hit it with the flat iron. You do not have to do that. Matter of fact, I don't even really recommend it. But the truth of the matter is I'm going to cut that hair off anyway, so it doesn't matter. You can see where I've cut from the top of my hair. It's already created a little dark line in there. So just kind of follow where that line is. When I do the other side, you're really going to see the dark line. It's going to be kind of patchy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just going to see where some short pieces is at from you already cutting it, and you just follow it as a guideline still. This is not easy, everybody. I understand. Like, it's really hard to trim your own hair, but it can be done. I never was fully an advocate for trimming your own hair at home, but the truth of the matter is, one, we're in quarantine, and two, everyone does not go to the salon, and that's okay. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna show you how I do mine, because most of the time I do trim my own hair if one of my stylists, Tashima, isn't doing it. See how heavy that side looks already? So this is a better way. Take your comb and spin it to the side. You want the hair that's closer to the middle of your head to be by your neck, and the hair that's closer to the side of your head to be closer to your shoulder. That's how when you flip it to the back, it's going to be even. See how it's already a heavy line? So I'm just going to go in and cut it right where that heavy line has already been created from trimming the top of my hair. Yes, look at the weight. Look at the weight on the hair already. That just, it's such a big difference. Now I'm just going to part down the center of my hair. Not a perfect part, not that serious. And I am going to pull the hair down, and I'm going to give myself a little bit of a little Aaliyah layer. That's simply because I had a little heat damage in the front, and I don't mind taking a lot of that off. On this side, I'm going to cut from the bottom up because it's hard to angle my hand the same way I did on the other side. So just be a good judge of character when it comes to that. Look at the weight on my hair now. And when you flip it to the back, it's pretty even. You see that? Easy. Now I'm just going to go in and make sure that everything is even. So I am very satisfied with how it came out. It just looks so much heavier than it did. It almost even looks longer, which is like crazy to me how that works. but it's just so nice and chunky now, and now I can, get on my little road to recovery. So next step is to go in and get those edges. The truth is, the hair underneath of your hair, like the longer part of your edges, or even the shorter part, you might want to go in there and just make sure that you get every end within your hair. You're not going to be able to get every split. You might do a really good trim and look at your hair like, oh my God, more splits, but it's hair, and it's almost impossible not to have a split within it unless you're like bald. So, now I'm just going in and I am about to trim the shorter parts of my hair. I also want to say that, I see a lot of videos on YouTube and Instagram of people trimming their hair with like school scissors or safety scissors or kitchen scissors or sewing scissors, and it's like you are not supposed to use those for your hair because one, they're not sharp enough. They will end up just shattering the shaft and making the hair worse than it was to begin with. So always get a professional shear. You don't have to get her strands of hair. I'm not trying to promote this in this aspect. I just want you guys to get professional shears because that's the best way to cut your hair, to use a hair shear. Now you want to go to the nape and do the same exact thing there. Okay, so perfect. Now that I got my hair nice and heavy and healthier, I'm just checking out the front. I got that most of that heat. I had a little heat damage in the front. I think I said that earlier in the video, but I wanted that off. One of the best things about this trim is my curly hair is going to be so good and it's going to flourish, and the curls are probably going to be even tighter, which is probably going to drive me crazy. But I'm just excited to see how my curly hair comes out without those damaged ends on my head. Now I'm taking my 22 titanium iron. I know. I'm not even going to get into it about the irons. They're almost here. I know I say that every video, but I also told y'all last video I got a tracking number. I got a tracking number. So I'm just going to go in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to curl my hair tight. Why I'm curling my hair tight is I want a little more volume. Yes, with a fresh trim, it's pretty amazing to do your hair straight because then you can really look at the ends, but I'm not really concerned at seeing my ends. I know they're fresh, I know they're new, I know they're healthy, so I'm not really concerned with seeing the ends right now. I just want my hair to have a little volume to it, just a little bit. So I'm going to curl it tight, but I'm going to wrap it flat. I always like to compare ends to pantyhose. Yes, you have to get a trim. You should get a trim every 10 to 16 weeks. I'm being nice when I say that, because just like pantyhose, when you get a hole in your stockings, all it's going to do is run, and it's going to run up and up and up until it's just not worth anything anymore. And that's exactly how split ends work. Your split ends are going to just keep splitting up that hair shaft, and if you don't cut it off, it's just going to keep splitting all the way up, and that's going to cause breakage, and it's just going to make your trim end up shorter. So you got to get those ends while you can. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you just get those splits off every now and then. Okay? All right. Now that I finished my curls, y'all know I'm going to spray it with my Glass Brilliant Shine. It was already shining from that mask, that resurrection mask. But, we always want some more shine. Okay, so now I'm going to do this little 70s flip action, because if I go to try to wrap it while the curls were in, it's just going to be very tangly. So what I do is I like to brush the curls out first, just so that the brush doesn't tangle within my strands. My hair been through enough. I damn sure don't want to tangle it up anymore and be rough with it. You always want to choose gentle over rough. This is kind of cute. I'm not going to lie. I would have definitely wore this back in the day. For sure I would have. All right, now you just want to take your vent brush and you want to wrap it up. Wrap it flat. What? I'm so excited about it, clearly. Wrap your hair, girl. Look, and I don't even know which side I want to wrap it on, but I like to switch sides. Some people think that when you wrap your hair the same way every night, that it causes breakage, or some people hair is longer on one side than the other. They always be like, you think it's because I wrap my hair the same way every night? I don't think that that's exactly why. But if it feels better to you to just switch it up, just switch it up. I like to wrap my hair depending on where my bang is and what placement I want and where the part is. I like to just, do it like that. So I'm just going to wrap it around to the left. It's on the right if you're watching TV, but it was my left. It was my left. You'll be like, Key don't know her right from her left. I do, most of the time. And then I'm going to take a soft brush and I'm just going to flatten it out. Because even though I curled it tight, I do want it to be mostly flat with just a little bit of fun, I don't want it to be curly. Not today. Now I'm just going to take a plastic cap and I'm going to put it on my hair, and I am going to tighten it by tying a knot in it in the back. And then I'm going to sit under the dryer on cool air for 10 minutes. It has to be cool air, guys. A lot of people are like, why cool air? Because you're going to sweat if you make it hot. And now I'm just combing it down. Let's see what we ended up with. See, just a little fullness. I almost got my Justin Bieber bangs back. You know what I mean? Just serving a little Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Queen Latifah vibes. You know, it's shorter than my hair has been in a while, but I'm okay with that. You know, it's health over length. Health over length, guys. Like, I can't ever say that enough. What does it matter if your hair is long if it's unhealthy? You know what I'm saying? So it's just better to just go ahead and take that bad hair off, because all it's doing is hurting you in the long run, okay? Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned how to cut your hair, and I'll see you next time.